Yesterday, the General Manager of Clash of Clans didn't ask me anything on Reddit, and he talked about the Eagle Artillery Town Hall weapon, more merged defenses, a new update coming in 1.5 weeks, and more that we'll discuss today. Yesterday on the Clash of Clans subreddit, the General Manager of Clash of Clans, Stuart, didn't ask me anything, and it was quite popular. 974 comments. Stuart got back to as many of them as he could, and he gave us some awesome, juicy bits of information that I'm going to share with you today. And what better place to start than Town Hall 17? According to Stuart, they've decided on the theme, and we're maybe 80% sure we're going to merge the Eagle Artillery into the Town Hall, so we move on from Inferno Beams after 4 Town Halls with that. Well, that's not what I was expecting today, but don't worry, we'll come up with something new and oh, okay. That makes it sound like the rest of the sentence was in fact quite sarcastic. I can't tell. It's messaging. You're never 100% sure. I think it is sarcastic though, but what's to take from this? There is a new Town Hall weapon coming at Town Hall 17. They will not do the Inferno Beams, and I agree. The Inferno Beams were cool at Town Hall 13, and we thought we might get like a scatter in the Town Hall weapons since then, but they haven't done anything. It's a little bit boring. Bring us something new, and it looks like they're going to do that. So whether it's an Eagle Artillery, I don't know for sure. I don't know if functionally that would work as a Town Hall weapon, but regardless, new Town Hall weapon at Town Hall 17 with the update that will probably come in December. But speaking of updates, there's one coming June 17th. So we're aiming for June 17th. The team's working on bug fixes at the moment, and plans can always change. So if it's later, please don't come by with pitchforks. I mean, think of this. Think about how many bugs come out with updates when they're released on time. So think of how worse it would be if they released it on time, but they needed to delay it. So if they do delay it, don't come with your pitchforks. I mean, they're doing it for the good of the game. The last time I think we confirmed a date we had to postpone, that was April 1st, 2019, when we were planning to launch season challenges, but we found a last minute bug and had to resubmit for the next day. And of course, nobody believed us. I mean, that's your fault. If you're releasing an update on April the 1st, no one's going to believe you. You kind of walked into that one, Supercell. No one believed us that we were really postponing / really planning to release. Yeah, obviously. That is definitely on you. Now, this was about potentially more merged defenses. Hey, yes, merging all possible buildings will be an upgrade requirement for Town Hall 17 and beyond. So even if you don't think your village is stronger with the new merged defenses, you're going to have to do it if you want to go to Town Hall 17. Let's jump on to the next one. Are there any plans at all to improve heroes in terms of whilst they're upgrading? Yes. We've got a plan to try something out in the summer. Hope you like it. Now, given he said the summer, I know it's the summer in the Northern Hemisphere at the moment. I don't think it'll be coming out in the June update, though. Otherwise, he would have said in the next update. But maybe August, when they have the anniversary month. What will it? Clash will be turning 12 this year, I think. When they've got the anniversary month, expect a hero upgrade improvement. That's my best guess what it is. Jump on to this. This is about time and cost cuts. So we'll keep up with cost and time cuts to upgrades in order to help lower level folk catch up. We have quite a big set coming in the June update. That's huge. Then it goes, this is really interesting. I agree wall costs are a bit silly and we should probably think again. Originally, they were a bit of a stretch goal for loot to get sunk in, particularly when you're max. If the walls are expensive, it's fine. You've got nothing to spend your loot on anyway. But if you're at the lower town halls, you want to go to the next town hall, and the walls are definitely hindering that. But maybe the game doesn't need that now and there's more things to do, that too. Our plan is to use merging more in future to keep the number of buildings in the village reasonable. The reason they do this, they can't have more than 100 buildings on the village, because otherwise if you take one down, you're not going to get a % for every building. So that's why they're trying to merge defenses, and I'd guess at Town Hall 17, we have no regular cannons or no regular archer towers. We're going to get them merged even more. So our plan is more merged in the future, keep the number of buildings in the village reasonable. That gives us the space to introduce more new buildings with future town hall releases, yes. Our current thinking is new defenses are exciting for a few town halls and then become less interesting. So your village should always be filled with relatively new and interesting defenses, even if that means sadly waving goodbye to that first cannon you upgraded way back when you started. I think that confirms it. More ricochet cannons at Town Hall 17, same as the multi-archer towers, but I'd also expect, say, wizard towers. I would expect them to get merged, potentially even an expo merge, which would be sick. So look forward to more merged defenses in the future, and I agree. Give us more new defenses. We don't need expos anymore. We're planning to introduce an optional hard mode that can be used for friendly challenges and wars. This will be released in the June update, so to all of you that want the game to be harder, all you have to do is wait a week and a half and you're going to get it in the friendly challenges and friendly wars. The exact settings of what that mode will be are still to TBD, and the plan is to make further adjustments to it based on community feedback. It would be used for the World Finals this year, so I don't think it's going to be used for any of the golden tickets. For those who don't know, that's how you qualify for the World Finals. It is an online event, whereas the World Finals, what is it, the top 6 teams in the world, that's going to be a LAN event. And maybe it will be the first event where we see the hard mode. That will be kind of hyped, to be honest. Looking forward to that. We'll think about it and how we might use this in other areas of the game. This is where it gets wishy-washy. Would you put the hard mode in Legends League? I personally think not, but I know a lot of people do like it. You'd probably have to change Legends League as it is if you want to implement it. The skill gap in our players is extremely wide. Some are wanting a really tough experience, while others who are still very low-like players are looking for something more chill. It was clear from Town Hall 15 that we overshot the mark on what the casual audience were looking for. We're hoping to give players more choice and difficulty and their experience in the future. No complaints. Which troop is getting the Super Troop next? A YETI. Now, most Super Troops so far have been, say, bigger in housing space than the original troop. I would love to see with the YETI, say, a 7 or 8 space YETI. Make it smaller, slightly less strong, but mass YETI would be seriously strong, because I don't see a YETI that's 40 space being that strong, but happy to be proven wrong. Now, this is about the buffs, the nerfs and buffs that they did at the lower town hall, so nerfing defenses and buffing troops. We have set targets on the 3-star rates we'd like to see at a different town hall. As we add more town halls and speed up the progression, what used to be the end game hardest content ends up actually turning up pretty early in the player's time with the game. Town Hall 12 actually had the second lowest 3-star rate for a while recently, so we'll always need to go back and make adjustments to get things back on track. Part of the long-term solution here is also build better tools for players to learn better strategies. The game actually does a terrible job of making that discoverable right now without going outside of the game. I mean, I could do a whole video on this, and the problem with making all the stuff at the early town halls so easy is if everything triples, players can't attribute what's strong and what's working to what actually helped them get the 3-star. If you can spam Yetis and 3-star, and then you do a Lalo attack and you fail, not because the army isn't strong, but because you're not good enough with it and you need to learn, players will go, well, Lalo is bad, let's keep spamming Yetis. And you get to Town Hall 15 and Yetis aren't working, but that's all they know how to do. So I really hope they make it easier to get better throughout the game, because at the moment it is miserably bad. We definitely want to improve on this, and happy to hear people's ideas on what might work here. I've posted it elsewhere about the hard mode. Yeah, we've read about that. Really excited for that. We have something coming in the June update that can help you use the scout time more effectively. What? That's so cryptic. I love it. What do you guys think it is? Let me know down below. But we discussed increasing the scout time at the same time and ultimately decide not to. I agree with this. The worry of having too long to scout attack is everyone feels they have to use it and attacking takes longer. Yep. Perfect call. We'll see how things go after the June update and see if further changes are needed. Now, here's some other random comments that didn't really fit in and weren't as big, but I decided to add into the end. More CWL Leagues and multiplayer leagues is something we've discussed doing, but there's no concrete plan for when that might happen. With Legends League, there's many different reasons people are there, and it currently isn't so well serving all of those folk who are seeking the best competition. I don't disagree with this, but I also don't know how you'd fix it. I'm reasonably happy with Legends League as is. Honestly, the bigger problem is probably the meta, but maybe if they do 2 different Legends Leagues, one on easy mode, or the normal mode, sorry, and one with the hard mode, maybe some people would like that. Now we're coming into the Champions League for the Clan War Leagues. At the moment, you have to do 15v15. So, someone asked about that, and the answer was, it basically comes down to making sure we have enough clans at different sizes in each league for things to behave sensibly. That's the reason we didn't extend the 30 size group into the Champions League. It's something we've talked about making more flexible, but no concrete commitment yet. Kind of makes sense. Now, this was huge for me. We've got revamps to army training plan, which should solve this problem. So the question was about it takes an hour for their E-Drag army to cook, which should solve this problem for you and some others. It will probably launch alongside the Town Hall 17 update if things go to plan. This is so needed. I know some of you love Root Rider spam, some of you hate Root Rider spam, same with E-Dragons, but both of the armies take an hour to cook if you don't have the gold pass or the event 30% discount isn't on. And that's a problem. It shouldn't take 8 hours to do your Legends League attacks in a day. So they definitely need to improve that, and this looks like it'll help with that. So big ticks from me. We're extremely unlikely to introduce new functional perks. This is for clan perks, but possibly some cosmetic perks might come at some point. This makes sense. Otherwise, if there's functional perks at, say, a level 20 clan, it takes you years to get there. No one's going to join all old clans. They'll just join new clans, and that's not what Supercell wants. We'll keep an eye on how the Root Rider does after the current balance changes, but housing space adjustment is for sure an option, and it's something we've done in the past. In my opinion, they're not going to do it. If they wanted to do it, they would have done it by now, because, yeah, they've done so many nerfs to it, when in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinion, it would have been better to keep the hit points and just give it some extra troop space. Would have made it a more balanced and probably a more fun troop. We're unlikely to add any more permanent villages. This is already a huge game, and there's a lot already for players to do across the home village, builder base, and clan capital. And there's a ton for our team to do. Yeah, I agree. If they bring in a 4th village, it's just going to be less content for all the other villages. So agree with that there. And then the last one, yeah, we've talked about a creative mode / custom challenge level creator feature. It'd be cool to see what wild things you'd all cook up with it. I mean, it'd be cool, but it would definitely open the door to kind of what used to be termed modding. So there would be a lot of stringent rules with this, but it would be a really cool thing to bring to the game. Adding custom maps would make so much content. I could do content for months on custom stuff and interacting with you all, beating, say, the most popular maps and the hardest ones. But that is it for today. Let me know what you guys thought about this. I know I went way long on the video, but I found so much interesting from this. If you'd like me to do more videos on stuff like this, these Ask Me Anythings with either the devs or the managers of Clash of Clans, let us know down below. This is really my first attempt at this style of video. But that's it for me. If you want to see more content on the channel, we will be releasing a second video later today with a Town Hall 15 at 5,700 in Legends League, who's killing it with a very strong army.